After some failed attempts last year, new reparations bills have been introduced at the state capitol. They were introduced this week by the California Legislative Black Caucus. So tonight, ABC 10's Becca Hobbecker looks at what the bills are calling for.
Yeah, Alex, 15 new bills introduced this week are aimed at addressing generational harms and racial disparities affecting Black Californians, from helping descendants of slaves with homeownership to college admissions and more. Advocates tonight explain why this push continues and what has changed.
This package is a continuation of our multi-year effort to address the deep generational harms inflicted upon Black Californians.
At a news conference this week, state lawmakers with the California Legislative Black Caucus, CLBC, talked about the importance of the 15 bills they're introducing this session, calling it the Road to Repair 2025 Priority Bill Package.
For centuries, systemic discrimination has created barriers of opportunity for economic security, housing, education, health care, and so much more.
They include AB 7, which would prioritize admissions for descendants of slaves, and AB 57, which would shift a portion of home purchase assistance funds to first-time homebuyers that are descendants of slaves.
What do we want?
Many of these suggestions come out of the years-long process of the California Reparations Task Force, which produced a more than 1,000-page report published in 2023. Camilla Moore was chair of that task force and believes this year's package of bills falls short of delivering real reparations.
One of the biggest flaws in the CLBC's current package is the absence of a fund bill. Without it, there is no sustainable plan for reparations.
She also sees the proposed Senate Bill 437 as a stall tactic. She says it calls for more study on how to determine someone's genealogy and whether they descended from an enslaved person.
And the California Reparations Task Force did this work already. We don't need an additional study.
One of the bills in the package is a reintroduction of a ballot measure that 53% of voters rejected in November, and an iteration of which failed a couple of years before that, too. It would remove involuntary servitude from the California Constitution. Currently, people incarcerated in California can be forced to work, which advocates of the bill say amounts to slavery.
If that does not sound like legalized constitutional slavery to you, I don't know exactly what that sounds like.
Jamelia Land, co-founder of the Abolish Slavery National Network, has been fighting for years to end involuntary servitude and hopes this will be the year lawmakers and voters will not just remove involuntary servitude from the Constitution,
but also making amendments to our penal code. Because Penal Code Section 2700 currently states that every able-bodied person incarcerated in a California prison shall perform as many hours of faithful labor each and every day as prescribed by the director of the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitations. That sounds like you don't have a choice, and that is forced.
We have to continue to watch. We have to continue to read the bills.
Kansa Friday Jones Muhammad is a founding member of the Coalition for a Just and Equitable California, which has played a pivotal role moving reparations work forward in the state, and a group, a coalition, she hopes lawmakers continue to listen to.
It's coming from multiple areas where Black people live, work, eat, sleep. And I think it's important for that to be a consideration when decisions are being made.
And Becca, we do want to be clear, none of the bills that we were talking about involve cash payments, right?
Yeah, that's correct. At this point, California reparations advocates, in fact, are warning people to be on alert for scams, saying any social media post, website, or email promising monetary reparations are false. And at this point, there are no financial reparations claims process in the state of California. So they want folks to be on alert for those.
Yes, absolutely. Becca, thank you so much. We appreciate it as always.